found Suede. Hello, lads.
Hello, Malcolm.
Hello, Malcolm. Nice to have you on the show.
Thanks.
Now, we'll start off seriously.
It's gonna be alright.
How have you managed to keep the sort of continuity of Suede and ignore everything else that's going on?
Oh, I don't know, really. We all sort of pretty much keep ourselves to ourselves, you know. We never really get too involved with the rest of the music business. And just sort of when we're writing an album, we just sort of spend all of our time with each other and get really sick of each other. And don't really see anyone else. We're a bunch of hermits, really.
Whatever makes her happy on a Saturday night.
Now, when Suede first started out, back sort of late 80s, early 90s, you were sort of almost universally hated. Now, especially contemporary-wise,
We still are.
No, a lot of people think you're the best band on the face of the earth now.
She's been sat there in a black chair.
The chemistry of the band's completely different now to what it was 3-4 years ago. And it's very important not to get into musical ruts. And having these two chaps has been pretty good.
You know, you read all the critics saying, well, you know, Richard Oakes coming along, he's just absolutely changed Suede. The main creative force now.
Well, I don't know. I mean, people can think what they like.
It will be okay, like everyone said, it will be alright.
How did you get to join the band?
Through him over there. So I'm Son's cousin.
I know your son. Do you want a keyboard player, though?
No.
Do you want a keyboard player?
Still don't want to.
I didn't want to play. It's
time to go. Because we kind of like take a lot of care about visual sides like artwork and sleeve design and photos and stuff like that. People always assume they're obsessed with it, especially in the musical climate at the moment where everyone is quite dowdy about the way they look. And if you don't look dowdy, then people assume you're obsessed with your image, which is never been anything that's particularly interested me, quite obviously.
Look at this jumper. I mean, couldn't you dress up? It's a high-rated show, this is.
This is a brand new jumper, and it's ripped, like the first I ever worn it.
We're going out tonight, out and about tonight.
The Underground pops up in your videos now and again, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Why Holborn Station as well?
Because it's the only one that you can rent for a day.
Can you really close it down for a day?
Yeah, you can rent it. There's a branch on Holborn
Except they
Station.
didn't close it down, though, did they? 'Cause they had loads of people walking.
Half the video we were doing with loads of passengers walking around, us looking, going, look at that. Who's that? What's he doing?
Whatever makes her happy on a Saturday night.
Still to come on Massive.
Reef, take us out of this.
Anytime she wants to walk out, that's fine. She can walk out anytime she feels that life has passed her by. Stop now, you lie, I won't touch the ground. Try hard this time not to touch the ground. He can walk out anytime he wants to walk out. That's fine. He can walk out anytime, across the sand into the sea, into the brine. Stop mine, when you lie, I won't touch the ground. Try night maker. Right on. We said our goodbyes to the bank, left 7 sisters for a room in a seaside shack. Start mine, you and I won't touch the ground. Try hard this time not to touch the ground. It's by the sea we'll breathe. 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 Into the sea we'll bleed. 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 Into the sea.
That was By the Sea, played by Suede, the band originally hailed as the founders of the new Britpop movement. In 1992, when they first burst onto the scene, they were regarded as the next big thing. Their debut album won the Mercury Music Prize, and they were well on their way to the top. Their third album, titled Coming Up, has just been released, and it's gone straight to #1. On the eve of their European tour, I'm delighted to welcome singer Brett Anderson and the drummer Simon Gilbert. That was really great. I mean, this album of yours is up there. It's got critical acclaim, and the kids are obviously buying it as well.
Yeah, they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're really pleased with it. Sort of, we've been through a lot of changes and turmoil and stuff in the band. It's nice to have the record out and be back on the road again and stuff like that. You know?
You sound kind of so insouciant about the whole thing, as though it's something that you've come to terms with, really. Fame and success and all.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've been going for sort of 6 years or something.
7 years. Since
7 years.
1989. I mean, there's a lot of bands around at the moment that have been going for about a year and a half, sort of thing. We've actually been doing it for such a long time. But, you know, we spent about 3 years playing in toilets around London, and no one particularly interested, and kind of like just learning to write and learning to play. And when you're kind of subjected to that kind of humiliation, you kind of like develop quite a blasé attitude to everything, really. You know, you just get on with it.
Oh yeah, but it's still hard, isn't it? I mean, you put something out there, and the critics are out there waiting for you.
Oh yeah.
You want to show them all the time, really.
Yeah, it's just a constant. It's like being at school. You know, you kind of like got to write your next essay or whatever. You know, got to make your next album. You get it marked by the teachers, you know.
I know, #1, that's good, isn't it?
That's great, yeah.
Very pleased.
Yeah, that's great.
The business of Britpop, I want to talk to you about it because it seems to me that when we look back in 30 years from now, there will be such a thing as a Britpop movement. We'll be able to see a kind of family tree of guys, girls who've mixed together and formed this thing, this musical movement. But right now, do you reckon you're a part of it, or do you see yourselves as being, I called you one of the founders of Britpop?
I think we definitely kind of kick-started it. I think we definitely acted as some sort of catalyst or whatever, but it's like, I think for someone to accidentally start something like that, they have to not be kind of particularly connected to it, do you know what I mean? Because what happens is someone acts as the impetus for it, and then a load of other bands jump on this idea. And the band that acts as the impetus for it often just sort of like would rather discard it, would rather go on to something else, sort of thing. So it's not a particular bandwagon that you really want to be part of. I mean, generally bandwagons are pretty sad things to jump on, I think, really.
But the difference with this one is that the bands are proud to be British, really. And is that fairly true of you?
I don't know. I don't think Suede have ever been proud to be British. I've always been quite wary of being superimposed over top of the Union Jack. There's always been particularly grim connotations for me. I think I've always been fascinated with being British. I'm not sure about totally proud of it all the time.
What particularly? When you say grim connotations, what particularly?
It's just it's just a big nationalistic thing connected with the Union Jack, isn't it? And you just can't get away from that, you know. No matter how you want to, you know, you just can't. There is a sort of right-wing connotation to being associated with that. But, you know, you can definitely be proud of, like, your culture and stuff like that, I think, you know. I think Britain's definitely thrown up some, you know, great people throughout history, throughout the last sort of 1,000 years, or probably even before. You know, and especially when it comes to pop culture, it's a tiny little country, you know. And, you know, it's kind of like, it does dictate to the rest of the world. You know, even now, when you've got America, which is really dominant, you know, lots of the ideas that are kind of like dominating American culture actually came from British culture originally.
Well, it's pulling in. The musical phenomenon thing is pulling in a tremendous number of dollars, pounds, whatever you want to call it. Do you feel, I mean, you're travelling a lot, you're going off on this European tour. Do you feel that there's something special in terms of the British thing that you're selling out there? When you go to Germany, for example, tonight, and you're out there performing in Cologne?
Not really. I think we feel more part of sort of Europe, I think, than actual Britain. You know, we sort of go to loads of countries in Europe, and the fans sort of act the same and stuff.
They all want the same music. They all hear the same songs.
Yeah, and they sort of understand it as much as the British people do. You know, and especially like Scandinavia and stuff, even more so probably.
What's Coming Up mean? The new title of the album. What's it? Something to do with ecstasy, isn't it? Feeling that the energy's just coming through.
Kind of that. Yeah. There's a word in like drug culture which when you're coming up, it means you're just starting to rush. Yeah. But it's like, it's a double meaning. It's sort of, you know, it's just kind of ding.
It's a positive name. You know? It's a positive word.
Yeah. It's just supposed to be simple. And there's been so much kind of connected with the band that's been open to interpretation and kind of like needed, you know, oh, what does that mean? What does that mean, Laura? And this is just supposed to be, you know, simple and straightforward. You know?
Well, you've got it to the audiences. They love it.
Yeah.
Thanks, both of you, for coming in. And
thank you very much.
Singing for us, playing for us, and talking to me too. Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
Let's hear more from Suede with another track from their new album coming up. The album, this is a track, it's called Lazy. That's it for tonight. Until tomorrow night, good night.
Here they come with their makeup on, as lovely as the clouds come and see them. Boys and girls and their mums and their words, and their romances and jobs and their sons. Barking mad kids, lonely he dies, who's rugged up to give it some meaning. From the raves and the council estates, they're reminding us there's things to be done. But you and me, all we want to leave is lazy. You and me are so lazy. Here they come 7 a.m. getting satellites and sky getting cable. Bills and bends and their mums and their friends who just really, really want to be loved. Uncle Dad's and their legendary best helping out around the disabled. From the flats and the maisy and nets, how they remind
presented in association with Sottovoce by Laura Biagiotti Parfums.
The Ticket, NBC, weeknights at 18.
Ensuite, Trash, extrait de Coming Up, Suede. C'est le troisième album de Suede.
In einem neuen Album, bis Please welcome, from England, here's Suede! Germany.
It's always been a lifelong ambition of mine to play with a great British band. I think this is probably the closest I'm going to get. We're at Suede's rehearsal studios to talk about the success of last year and their plans for '97. The Trash was a great comeback record. Were you pleased with the way that it was, you know, so positively received?
Yeah, it's great. It's really good. Yeah, it's like sort of across the board. Everyone said it was a really good record. It's good. You know, it's really good. It's a kind of really strong pop record. The day it was released, it was we had no idea how it was going to do at all. But in the end, it went in the charts pretty high. It was just beaten by Robbie Williams and the Spice Girls. So.
Good company.
Yeah, I guess.
Let's talk, if we can, prior to the release of the album. Did you ever have any doubts about regaining the footing, you know, that you had in the current music, you know, scene?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you, unless you're pretty stupid, you've always got doubts about being in the music business or whatever, because it's a pretty slippery path wherever you go in it, you know. But we've always had pretty loyal fans, and we've always made good records, and we've never sort of like sold rubbish under our name and stuff like that. And people we've always had a core of really strong fans that we've always really been proud of.
How do you feel that the band has evolved, you know, since way back when, you know, since the Drowners?
I think we just got better. You know, it's a really simple thing. You learn how to play and you learn how to write. And I think on this album we learned how to shut up a bit. You know, before.
In what way?
Well, but just beforehand, if something wasn't working particularly well, we'd put loads of other stuff on top of it. You know what I mean? And with Dogman Star, there were gangs of extra musicians coming in and wrote us. You know what I mean? And this one, we just tried to get it completely right, really simple, and really just get the essence of it, and not to sort of tinker with it.
Do you ever listen to, you know, the first two albums? Has anybody of late sort of like gone back and...
I listen to them all the time, yeah. I listen to our back catalogue quite a lot. I listen to a lot of our B-sides and stuff.
What do you get out of that? Why?
It's not nostalgia. Like, I don't listen to the songs I don't like. There's a couple of songs that we've done that I'm not that keen on. I never bother listening to them for any other reason. I just like lots of the songs, you know. When I've had a couple of shandies, you know, of a Saturday evening, you know, kind of like lying there on the couch, you know, listen to a couple of Suede songs, it's quite a good laugh.
So, I mean, are you writing for yourselves, really, essentially? I mean, it's what pleases the band, first and foremost.
Well, I think what pleases the band is like what pleases a lot of other people, because, you know, basically at the end of the day, we're all fans of great pop music, and so, you know, we're not kind of like, we're not all big fans of kind of like avant-garde or experimental music or anything like that. I think that, you know, when bands talk about the music they make is for themselves or whatever, it tends to be experimental stuff. You know, we like pretty simple pop music, and that's what we kind of try and make, you know.
You were, what, 17, you know, when you joined the band?
Yeah.
You know, it must have been an unbelievable amount of pressure, you know, filling, you know, somebody's shoes who'd been, you know, an integral part of the band.
Yeah.
You know, what kind of sort of like, you know, frame of mind, you know, were you in, you know, in that early period?
Just basic excitement, you know what I mean? It wasn't, there was a lot of pressure, but I think I was probably shielded from it quite a bit. I mean, looking back, it was probably a lot more, but I didn't really notice. I was just into just playing, you know, the same feelings that we all had once we'd finished touring Dogman Star and got back in the rehearsal room and just started playing again.
Yeah.
You know, and writing. Those are all the feelings that I had at the beginning as well.
All the people can sort of like talk about is the fact that Richard was young when he joined the band or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And that sort of thing just doesn't matter to the actual band, you know, we just get on with it. When we're sitting here working or whatever, we're just working on the songs all the time, and those sort of issues just don't even enter into our brain, kind of thing. They're completely superficial issues.
Remind us how Neil joined the fold as well.
No one knows. No one knows. He was just there one day, kind of thing.
Just appeared in a puff of smoke.
Yeah. He was appeared in a flight case, didn't you, Neil?
Yeah. We ordered myself off.
We ordered
him. You ordered him from a catalogue.
We ordered him new studio hire. One Neil wanted.
Yeah.
You seem to be wearing the heartthrob crown in the band. And when I was reading Melody Maker outside, fourth in the sexiest, you know, male category, I think.
That's by default. It's all a short straw of who wanted to do it out of the five of us, and so it's Muggins first in, last out.
Cod the God.
Is that a role that you're enjoying, though? And maybe more importantly, abusing as well?
Well, it's a role I have to put up with, you know. Sort of,
he loves it.
I don't know. Abusing it. I don't know. Yeah.
About some of your videos that you've made. I mean, I know that Pedro Romani has made 2 videos with this album.
3 now. Oh, 2 with this album.
Yeah.
And Animal Electronic.
And that's right at the beginning as well. You know, when did you first become aware of his talents?
When you're choosing videos, you just see hundreds and hundreds of show reels, and his show was great. Yeah, there's 2 really good videos, and there's a Paul Weller one, which was really good, and there's a Sugar Cubes one as well, wasn't there? And we just sort of like went with it and got into the Animal Night Train. It's probably one of my favourite videos. And the latest one he's done, Saturday Night, I think it's great. Absolutely love it. He's done some brilliant other videos for other bands as well. Some of the Pulp videos he's done, I think, have been really good.
I wanna live like common people. I wanna do whatever common people do. Wanna sleep with common people. I wanna sleep with common people like you. Or what else?
What is it particularly that you like about his style of video making?
You can always trust him. You know, it's like with lots of other video directors we've worked with, we've kind of tried to tell them, you know, we don't want this, we don't want that, and then they actually don't listen to you, or they don't necessarily have that much sympathy for the music, or they kind of play on the cliches about the band or something like that. And Pedro is actually, at heart, I think is a music fan, and I don't know, there's something about his videos that just really suit the music really well. He always sort of like finds the key to what the songs are about, and then kind of like displays it as a moving picture, you know.
Saying that Lazy is going to be the next single. Have you thought about where you'd like to make the next video?
I know where I'd like to make it, yeah.
Well, come on in, dish it out.
Well, we might make it in Singapore. So, it was a conscious decision after the making of the last video. We made the last video in Holborn Tube Station, and it was actually
Singapore, Holborn,
two days spent in the freezing, and I just said, right, this is it. We're going to do the next video somewhere hot.
Regardless of the words.
Yeah.
What's your favourite Suede video and why?
This one now, Saturday Night, because my dog's in it. That's why. Simple as that.
Okay, Brett?
I agree, Saturday Night, because it's, I don't know, it's just, I think it's quite elegant and quite simple, and it perfectly fits the song, the mood of the song. I think it's great. The whole point of that song is it was supposed to be kind of like really simple. It wasn't really, it's not really a kind of particularly delving questioning song. It's almost like just a very simple song about exactly that, about going out on a Saturday night and kind of like looking for, it's supposed to be kind of a very warm, kind of arms around each other, sort of wintry, sort of sitting by the fire sort of song, you know.
Could Suede, you know, survive a repeat of what's happened, everything that's happened over the past 4 years?
Yeah, I think we can survive anything. I think we're pretty strong, actually. We're kind of like, when we first appeared, lots of people sort of dismissed us as flash in a pan and stuff like that, and that kind of made us quite very strong and determined not to be just a flash in a pan, and determined to have a real life to us, and quite a lot of depth and stuff, you know. It's kind of like got our heckles up and was good for us. Sometimes adverse criticism can be good for you, you know. You go through the mill and you come out better at the end of the day.
And it will be okay, like everyone says, it will be alright. Whatever so nice, we're going out tonight. I'll tell about tonight. Oh, whatever makes her happy on a Saturday night. Whatever makes it alright. someone said it will be alright. Ever so nice, we're going out tonight. Out and about tonight. Oh, whatever makes her happy on a Saturday night. Oh, whatever makes her happy, whatever makes it alright.
But I suppose you kind of came back, you know, healthier and fitter as well. I mean, is that a regime that you've managed to sort of like to stick to?
Yeah, I've definitely been looking after myself, kind of thing. I went through quite a long phase around a couple of years ago where I kind of didn't really care about myself very much, and did a lot of things that were bad for me.
What prompted you to do that? Was there any...
Really just deciding that, you know, music is too important to waste, you know. And if you're given an opportunity where people are actually listening, to actually do everything in your power to make sure that the music you're making is as good as it possibly can be. And to not let anything get in the way, you know. It's really important, suddenly just getting on this plane. The most important thing is the music.
In the past, I mean, you know, you've had your fair share of, you know, sort of like arguments as far as, you know, the music press is concerned. Is, you know, the music business, as far as you're concerned, as cutthroat as, you know, say the press make out?
It is, to be quite honest. It is a very tough game. But I think it's probably quite a good thing that it's a tough game, because it makes, if you can actually almost sort of like win the battle sort of thing against it and almost come through, like I was saying, it can actually strengthen you. And definitely I think there's a sort of system in the British music industry which is incredibly microscopic and incredibly hard to deal with sometimes, but I think it actually makes for a lot of good bands, and that's why the British music industry, the British music scene kind of like just keeps coming up with these great world-beating bands, because it's just so intense, and that's exactly the reason that you don't get incredible bands coming from, you know, lots of other countries. You know, England has got a real tradition for great pop music.
Baby
did you make of, you know, the bands that, you know, were sort of on their ascendancy, you know, while Suede were out of the limelight?
And I think there's been a couple of good bands that have come out of the British music scene in the past few years. Supergrass, I think, are a really good band. Elastica. The British music scene now is a lot healthier than it was 4 years ago.
Yeah,
definitely.
Prior to you releasing the album, you know, we saw in this country, you know, the emergence of this whole lad culture thing. You know, what have you made of that?
It's, I don't know, not much really. It's kind of hasn't really got much to do with Suede. It's just, I think it kind of came about because, like all fashions come about because they're a kind of reaction to the thing that was last fashionable. And when Suede came on the scene in kind of like '93 and '94, we had quite a sort of fey image, and I think people probably just got sick of that and wanted something else. They wanted a load of people stomping around in boots and spitting. And that's not what we were, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You've got to be able to ride that sort of thing. You know, it's very easy to, you know, when you ride in the crest of a wave, it's very easy to, you know, to exist in the music business. But also you've got to ride the times when you're not completely in fashion.
Maybe it's the clothes we wear, the tasteless bracelets and the tie in our hair. Maybe it's our kookiness. Or maybe it's our nowhere towns, our nothing places and our cellophane sounds. Maybe it's our looseness. And we you and me, with a litter on the breeze, with the lovers on the streets. Just try me and you. It's in everything we do. It's in everything we do.
How important is privacy to you and what you do?
Really important. You know, we'd sort of like viciously guard our sort of private lives and our privacy, and sort of, you know, we don't sort of treat this as a job. It's not sort of something that, you know, you live it 24 hours a day or whatever, but it's very important to have real lives, I think, you know. Otherwise I couldn't write about the sort of things I write about. That would be a fake, you know, but I do live a very normal, real life outside, kind of prancing around on stage or whatever, you know. When I go home or whatever, you know, all my friends are kind of very normal people and work in shops and stuff like that.
Now, I don't want to depress you, but I understand. I'm going to. But I understand you're going to be 30 this year. I mean, have you given that any thought? I mean, is it going to be a landmark in any way?
Not in the slightest. It's like, I just look at it, you know, age is just a number and all of that. It's just a random concept made up by man, isn't it? You know, years and time and stuff like that. So
you're
saying
really that now. I'll get back to you
okay,
on
maybe
the eve of your
ask me in
birthday.
September. Yeah.
I remember I went out and I went missing for 2 weeks.
Really?
No. What sort of, you know, made you want to be a musician in the first place?
I don't know, God.
I mean, you know, do you feel as though, you know, what you're doing now is your destiny?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I always looked when I was a kid, and you know, people used to say, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" or whatever. So I want to be I want to be a pop singer, and everyone would laugh, ha ha ha, yeah, yeah. Anyway, and what do you really want to do? I said, no, I really want, this is what I'm going to do. And I said, yeah, yeah, everyone says that. No, this is what I'm going to do, you don't understand. And I always knew from a very, very early age this is what I was going to do, and this is what I was cut out for. I don't know what made me, I don't know, just love of music, you know, like, you know, I guess punk was the first thing that I really loved when I was a kid, quite young. And I don't know, just all the greats. My sister's record collection was pretty inspirational to me, you know. She had loads of Beatles records and Kate Bush records and David Bowie records and stuff like that. And just all those great songs.
About London. I mean, that's always been a source of inspiration. I think, you know, for yourself, you know, and your songwriting. You know, why is that? I mean, is that something that's always been there, a fascination?
Definitely, yeah. From a very early age, in fact, you know, because I was born in Haywards Heath, which is sort of outside London, you know. It's just a blot on the landscape kind of thing on the way down to Brighton. And London was just always this kind of, like, you know, magical place that you occasionally used to visit, sort of thing. So it's always had that fascination for me. But actually, you know, I've lived here for 10 years or something like that now. And it's just a really inspirational place, because it's like any great city, it's got the kind of glamour, but it's got the dirt as well, you know, and it's got the romance to it. You know, every single day I find I find London a really romantic place, a really sort of thrilling place. The second you walk out your door and walk up the street, you know, there's something happening. And it's just a really inspiring place to be.
Wildly running away with the ball here, but if Suede did ever split up, I mean, have you given any thought about what you would do next?
No idea whatsoever. I don't think Suede will split up. I really don't. I think that we've been through times where we've nearly split up, and to come through them and to survive that is kind of makes you stronger, like I said earlier. So I don't know. whatever I do, it will always be to do with music. I'm not really interested in anything else. I love watching films and stuff like that, but I'm not a filmmaker and I'm not an actor or anything like that. You know, I'm a singer and a songwriter.